Walking a path that no one has ever taken is never easy. It excites you, but it also fills you with fear. Along with that comes the heavy burden of constantly having to prove yourself. Yet it's precisely these challenges that writes new history. These challenges become hope for someone else and the very keys that open possibilities for the future. Hello everyone, this is Culture Crunch's DJ Joel, and on today's Tune In Time, we're joined by someone who carries the phrase, the first Korean ever, a short phrase that hides behind it years of steady effort and fierce dedication. Now, before we meet him, we are going to listen to a song. This is Red by The Rose.
Stay 작은 불빛 날 끌어당기는 fireflies Take 날 데려가 숨막히는 시선 속에 비춰지는 moonlight 길을 찾아가 점점 가까이 내게 다가와 떠오르는 flashlight 빛을 따라가 쏟아지는 저 shooting stars I wanna be red 눈앞에 피어난 불꽃처럼 No I wanna be red 빨갛게 펼쳐진 하늘처럼 I don't care I wanna 구름 위에 꽃잎이 피어나 like paradise Dance, move your body 꿈꾸듯이 날아올라 비춰지는 moonlight 길을 찾아가 점점 가까이 내게 다가와 떠오르는 flashlight 빛을 따라가 쏟아지는 저 shooting stars I wanna be red 눈앞에 피어난 불꽃처럼 No I wanna be red 빨갛게 펼쳐진 하늘처럼 I don't care I wanna be 홀로 걷던 이 거리 어둠 속에 붉게 타올라 Throw your sticks and stones 남들과 다르면 너 어때 신경 안 써 끌리는 대로 I wanna be red 누가 뭐라 하던 상관없어 No I don't wanna be dead 불처럼 저 높이 뻗어올라 Fireworks I just wanna be
The background music of my life, the playlist of my life. Feast your ears on the live performances and stories behind musicians who just can't imagine their life without music. This is Tune In Time. And this week's guest is the very first Korean to major in musical theater at the Boston Conservatory at Berkeley. Please welcome Kim Shin into the studio. Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, please introduce yourself to our Culture Crunch family here into the camera.
Yes, 안녕하세요. Hello everyone. My name is Kim Shin. You can call me Shin. I'm a musical theater actor, and I'm very thrilled to be here on Culture Crunch.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us here today. And we have some very excited listeners as well in our comments section. We here have Benny saying, hello, Mr. Shin Kim. We also have Gyuri saying, 환영합니다. And as well as Nya saying, Kim Shin 환영합니다. Lots of people saying hello and showing lots of love. Looking forward to not only your fascinating interview, but also your lives as well. Your
Awesome.
prestigious title is certainly creating some anticipation, it seems.
Thank you.
This early in the morning, I know it's not easy, but you're going to do great. Okay, so I kind of wanted to get into that first of all. That one sentence that really kind of encapsulates everything about why it's so fascinating to have you here on the show, because you're one of the firsts. You know, it's a cool
Yes.
title to have. The Berkeley College of Music, of course, is where you came from. Your alma mater is there, and musicians like Yunsang and Hong Ishak as well also attended this. But I wasn't aware that there was a musical theater program. I know there's a lot of classical music and various music types for majors there. But is it true that you are the first to pursue this particular major, the first Korean?
Oh, yes. Believe it or not, Berkeley does have a musical theater program through Boston Conservatory at Berkeley.
Okay.
And yes, I am indeed the first Korean to ever receive the BFA degree in musical theater major.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
So it's the Bachelor's for the Arts.
Yes,
Oh, wow,
yes.
okay. So that certainly is a big title and one that
Thank you.
only you, throughout history, only you will be able to hold this. So
Yay.
it's kind of an honor, I suppose,
Thank you,
to have
yes.
you in our presence. But okay, so obviously Berkeley in itself is a very, very famous school. But the Boston Conservatory's reputation in the world of musicals, for those who maybe don't know, I'm going to give you some time to brag about your school and your accomplishments. So you know what? Take it away. You can go ahead and
Sure.
brag a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's my school. So the Boston Conservatory at Berkeley is like the OG of musical theater programs, and it was actually the first school in the U.S. to establish a dedicated musical theater major. And because of that, it's built a legacy of producing well-rounded performers who can sing, act, and dance at a professional level. And we are often ranked top 5 for most alumni performing on Broadway. And I
Wow.
currently have a few friends who already made their debut on Broadway and
Really?
doing tours.
Really?
And-
Wow. Okay. Of
yeah.
course, Broadway is a big deal. Like in the musical world, that's where you
Yes.
want to be, either there or in the West End, or one of
Right,
one of these
yes.
places, right? So this was the first ever in the United States to establish this particular major, like this program, this department.
Yes, and also it's one of the oldest music schools that opened in the States.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So it comes from a legacy of greatness, I guess you could say.
Thank you.
But was that your goal from the very beginning, though? Was to kind of enter the world of musicals through the Boston Conservatory? Was that always something that you were planned to do?
That's a very good question. When I first started, studying musical theater, I didn't have just one school in mind.
Right.
I was doing a lot of research because there's so many schools out there, so many options, so many
Right.
different programs. And the more I learned about my school, Boston Conservatory at Berkeley, I was very fascinated by their top-notch theater training, triple threat training, meaning singing, dancing, and acting.
Right.
And when I visited the school, the campus, when I auditioned and doing the tour, I immediately fell in love with the school. So
okay.
yes,
So yeah, because in the States, you go off these when you graduate high
Tours.
school, you go on these tours to all these
Yes.
colleges to see which ones you want to go to. I
Right.
remember that. So when did you actually enroll, and how was the process like for enrollment?
right. So I just graduated this past May.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I would say I enrolled in the fall of 2021.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Class of 2025. Yes.
Right. Okay. So wow. So you're actually you're relatively new to the postgraduate world.
Yes, I just came back in a way.
Right. Okay. Wow. So you briefly mentioned that you get kind of training in the triple threat at
Yes.
the Boston Conservatory. So I think a lot of people are wondering a little bit about what kind of classes you take at the Berkeley Conservatory musical theater program, because musicals require lots of different skill sets to be able to
Right.
effectively do. So what kind of classes do you take there? Like, give us some insight.
A lot of people think we only take performing arts classes because the conservatory word is there in our school name. but we do take a lot of other classes too, like literature classes, science classes, social studies, many other classes. But our main required classes are voice lessons. There's acting and dance classes, including tap dance, jazz, ballet, hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right. So hip hop. Wow. Okay. So
Yes.
you got a little bit of everything there.
A little bit of everything, yes.
So learning from this really incredible school, are you ready to take on the musical world? You feel? You still gonna build up some experience?
I mean, I'm very ready. I'm so excited to just go out there and perform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see a little bit about one thing in particular, because you did mention these many different types of dancing that you had to learn when you were there. And to your luck, I have prepared a video, and I'm ready to see your talents. I think the rest of our
my
audience is
God.
ready to see your talents. So let's take a video of you dancing here. Wow. Okay. So certainly, lots of different types of dance that you're
Yeah,
doing here.
different styles for sure.
Right. Of course, Tusuneshi there, or Girls' Generation in the background.
Yes.
But yeah, so watching this video, this is kind of like there's like ballet incorporated here. I saw some jazz earlier. This is like some jazz type
Yes,
swing.
it is jazz.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So here you are.
That's me.
Well, your dancing is very unique. It's very interesting to watch because you learn, like you said, so many different types of dance. So I
at
saw
once.
in there a whole bunch of different kinds, and each one utilizes different muscles, different talents, different ways to use your body. So I'd imagine you must have gotten a lot of training. Your body must have been sore often, I would imagine.
Yes, it's been really tough because
Yeah.
you have to go back and forth in so many different styles that require you to just be prepared mentally. Really difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine that there's a lot of work that goes into that, and lots of memorization and things like
Yes,
that.
100%.
But I'd imagine that Berkeley being one of the top schools for creatives, in terms of in the arts, I guess you could say,
Yes.
that a lot of students must be like yourself, very full of energy, very not over optimistic, but very optimistic and
Yes.
willing to perform. Because as you can see, you love to perform, you love to dance. But among the students, does everyone kind of share like a similar atmosphere, or is it like any other college where it's everyone's kind of, even though you guys all might major in the same thing, you guys all have your own things that you guys do? Like, how was the atmosphere at your university?
Very passionate. Everyone is so passionate about what they do, whether it's singing, dancing, acting, composing, or even directing. And it's competitive in the sense that everyone strives to be their best. But it's also incredibly supportive, so you don't feel left out,
Right.
obviously. And we'd spend late nights rehearsing together and giving each other notes and celebrating each other's successes.
Right.
So being surrounded by that level of talent really pushed me and inspire me every day.
Right. Okay. Well, great. I mean, I'm curious though, because like for myself, after I graduated college, I don't talk to any of those people anymore. Like, do you still keep in touch with lots of your friends?
100%, yes. I talk to my friends all the time, and we have social media now, and
Yeah.
I can see what they're doing, where they're performing and stuff. So it's really nice to see them doing their life. Yeah.
You guys can watch each other shine, and you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
that's great. Yeah. But you also had like a lot of opportunities, and what you learned on stage in particular is what I want to kind of tackle. Was there any particular production during all of this that kind of left an impression on you, or kind of left an impact on you, or drove you a little bit further to want to work harder?
Yes, for sure. We had several chances to apply what we learned in class
Okay.
to full productions at school. One of the most memorable for me was a musical called Something Rotten.
Something right. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Korea did it a few times, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. It pushed me out of my comfort zone because it was my first time doing an understudy, which means I had to learn more than one part.
Right.
And yes, there were a lot of stressful moments, but also at the same time, I tried to enjoy every second of it. And I'm glad I did it at school, before
Right.
I go out there and just
Well, yeah, because in that case, like, for example, if you were to be an understudy for a big production, you already kind of know what to expect. I mean, of course, at a big production, it's going to be way more
Right,
stressful,
yes.
but, you would know what to expect, so it's easier to tackle it a little bit easier. But you know what they say, if you have I don't want to say a hard time, but if you have like a hard time, basically, it's good for your growth, definitely.
For sure,
You know what I
yes.
mean?
Good challenge.
Now, that's actually really funny because Berkeley is a dream school for many, many musicians. And I want to know a little bit about you before Berkeley, though, because
Yes.
for you to get into Berkeley, and we even have here Mateo saying the best ones go to Berkeley. So it's well known that Berkeley is a very unique and prestigious college. But for you to get into Berkeley, you obviously would have had to work very hard. So I want to know what kind of student you were before you enrolled in Berkeley, though.
Before Berkeley, believe it or not, I was actually really shy.
Really?
I even remember this one time I was asked to perform in front of a lot of people and I ended up crying.
Oh.
I think it's because I had so much passion for performing, but I just didn't really know how to express that on stage.
Right.
And also not having my parents, with me in presence, it didn't help.
Right.
But yeah, for high school, I was in Oregon actually, which is like on the other side of the country.
Right.
And I moved there when I was around 15.
Oh, wow. You were there from you were really young.
Yeah,
Okay.
for a really long time too. But I remember the first year I moved, I didn't really know what I wanted to do in the future, like career-wise, because
Right.
I was so young. I just loved studying in the States and just making new friends.
Right.
And one thing I just wanted to focus was studying because I had this mindset where I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future, but I don't want to regret this moment. So let me at least have good grades, so I don't regret in the future.
It's a
you
good
know what I
mindset
mean?
to have. I know.
So I studied really, really hard, asking for all the extra credits, and I ended up becoming the student with the highest GPA of that year.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yes,
Oof.
that one first year.
Congrats
yes.
on that too, even though
Thank
that was 4
you.
years ago. Wow. Okay. So you were a very steadfast student. You like to really kind of give it
tried.
your all. Well, because you were in the States, you might as well do as best you could, right?
Right,
I mean,
yes, yes.
before you knew what you wanted to do. But I'm curious to know a little bit about during your high school years. That I heard you joined an acappella group and auditioned for a musical on a teacher's recommendation. So it wasn't necessarily something that you went out and did on your own, fruition. You kind of you got pushed a little bit to do it or suggested for it, right?
Yes, 100%. So my high school didn't have a formal music or like theater related classes, but there was this one like group activity that I could join, which was this a cappella group.
Okay.
And I just had so much fun because that was like the only performing arts related thing that I could do at school. And my teacher there, Andrea, I love her so much.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, I miss you. She heard my voice and she recommended me to audition for this theater company called TMTO, Team Musical Theater of Oregon.
Okay.
It's not directly related to my school, but it's for the town. So a lot of students from public schools, other private schools, homeschoolers would do this, and it's a large scale, a little professional, I would say.
I mean, a little.
yeah,
I
the
mean, it looks pretty.
costumes,
It's
lighting.
got a budget, I can tell.
yes, that was my audition experience. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I'd imagine that it was certainly nerve-wracking, I'm sure, since it was your
yes.
first one. But did the people from the casting people, like, did they recognize your talent right away? Because I'd imagine you kind of just know when you see someone.
I'd assume so because
Well, you got casted, so I mean, apparently.
there were about 60 people in the cast. That's a large cast for a musical.
Right.
And yeah, like I was like the only Asian / like international student, like a foreigner
The
there.
only one, really.
Yes, so it was scary because I
Right.
didn't know anyone there. I don't know how I did it. I don't even remember like how I like performed on stage on that day, but I think I was really desperate to
Right.
perform. Yes.
Well, I mean, this is of course a production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and for, many people might not know, but not many Koreans particularly go to Oregon. They usually go somewhere else.
No,
They
yes.
usually go like L.A. or somewhere like that. So this sounds like it was a big turning point in your life, the opportunity to perform in
Yes.
such a big musical, and it also kind of really opened your eyes to a lot of things. Now, you decided, I'm going for the musical route. After performing on this or while performing on this, you're like, I'm going musicals. This is what I want to do. Did you decide your life path at that time?
I do think so. I think that production really changed me in a way, because I remember that opening night of that show. And since it was like my first show, I wasn't even mic'd. I didn't even have a mic. But after that big opening number, when audiences were applauding and cheering,
Right.
I felt like everything was in slow motion, and I felt really warm. And the energy that I received, I still remember that, and I wanted to give that energy back to the audience, and I didn't want to leave the stage.
That's you watch other interviews with like these other big like stars, right?
Right.
They all say the same thing.
I know,
I
it
think it's
sounds
just
so
a sign of a
cringy.
true showman. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just comes naturally to you. It's in your DNA. It's who you are. But I'd also imagine that studying abroad, though, as someone that came to a different country, when I was young as well, I understand that it couldn't have been easy. But you, as a student, maybe what was difficult for you? Did you have anything that you particularly struggled with when you first came, or while you were here? There. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. When I was there studying, I would say seeing my friends being taken care of by their parents was a little difficult for me,
Yeah.
because especially for rehearsals like that, we would have like an hour lunch break in between or so, and I would see like the parents come to pick their kids, or like bring their lunch and stuff, and it was just me alone, just like trying to find a cafe nearby and eating lunch alone. And my mom is a really good cook, and I was like, if my mom was here, I would be
If
eating her
only.
lunch.
I know how that feels. Oof. But I'm sure that you're going to put lots of that guzang, that hard work that you put
Yes.
into your live performance. It's already time for the first live. I want to know, what song did you prepare for us today?
I'm singing the song called Hurricane from Death Note.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. So I'd imagine, though, that a lot of the fans that are going to be that are watching or listening right now are going to love this, because Death Note is, of course, a very
hope so.
famous
Yeah.
animation, and lots of people love it. But I'm curious, why did you choose this particular song, though? Like, is there a reason why you chose this one?
This song is such a powerful song, both vocally and emotionally. And this piece captures storm of emotions that the
Okay.
character Laito feels when he's like faced with a lot of conflicts in his life.
Okay.
And I wanted to share that with the audience, and also it's my dream show to be in. So
Oh, Death Note. Okay.
Yes.
Big fan of the Death Note show as well, the
huge fan.
animation as well?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, both.
All right, so we get a little bit of your recommendation as well. All right, I can't wait to hear it. Now, while you get ready, we're going to take a quick listen to our listener's guide so you can see how to tune in. Check it out. Catch Culture Crunch on Arirang Radio at 11 a.m. KST every day. You can listen to our show via the Arirang Radio application, which you can download from your app store, or watch the program on Arirang TV. If you're in the Jeju area, tune in to 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, or 101.9 in the Daejeong area. If you're in Busan, you can listen from BEFM 90.5, and in the Kijang, Noksan, Jeongwan areas, tune in to 103.3. You can also join us on our YouTube live stream. The channel is Arirang Radio K-pop. And if you miss any of these, don't worry. You can catch the radio rerun at 2 a.m. KST every day. Don't forget, there are exclusive episodes on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. KST only on Arirang Radio. Head to the Culture Crunch Send Messages board on the Arirang Radio website, or email us at culturecruncharirang@gmail.com to send us your song requests and messages. Welcome back. This is Tune In Time, and we are joined by the first Korean to major in musical theater at the Boston Conservatory. At Berkeley, we have Kim Shin here in the studio. Now, we have Kyubang TV as well saying, I love Shin. Looking forward to your live. I'm so excited and I'm ready for this. Are you ready to perform?
Yes, I am.
All right, so we're going to take a listen to Hurricane from Death Note, the original by Geronimo Raj, performed by Kim Shin. Check it out.
Did I hear correctly? Did it really happen? Was it simply done by writing down his name? Killing indirectly, pen and ink and paper. Writing is the gun I only have to aim. Could this be the hour, unimagined power, waiting to devour who I say? The hardest rains, the coldest winds are waiting for the hurricane. The human stains and all their sins blown away. The earth will shake, the sky will scream once they feel the power of the hurricane. Finally a chance to find a little justice. There's nowhere to run to once the name is penned. Take what fortune grants you, use it while you've got it. Once you have begun, you ride it to the end. Elegant solution, flawless execution, righteous retribution on the way. I'll bring the rain, I'll bring the wind. I am the mighty hurricane, the human stains and all their sins blown away. I'll bring the pain, so be afraid. I will bring the power of the hurricane. I am the god of a brave new world, much better than the last. The time for talking is finding in the past. The hardest rains, the coldest winds are waiting for the hurricane. The human stains and all their sins blown away. The hardest rains, the coldest winds are waiting for the hurricane. The human stains and all their sins blown away. The earth will shake, the sky will scream once they feel the power of the hurricane.
Oh. Wow. First of all, I would like to thank the Boston Conservatory for bringing you to our attention. That was incredible. And you know what? It looked so effortless. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't look difficult, although I know I could not sing like that. So, but that was really good. Wow.
Thank you so much.
There's certainly a difference between someone that's like professionally, classically trained like that. It's incredible. Wow. Oh,
thank you.
And in the morning as well. That's also something to be said. Wow, that was great. We have some comments in here. Nyaha saying 너무 끼가 넘쳐요. Like you're very energetic, and
Yay.
also that 노래
Thank
최고예요. The song is perfect. It's awesome. That was great.
Thank you so much.
I'm a little bit taken aback by having. I don't think we've ever had like someone that obviously from the Boston Conservatory, but someone that sang a song from like Death Note.
Musical.
You know
Oh,
what
Death
I mean?
Note, yes.
Wow. Okay. So. Great. I'm even looking more forward to your second one now after all of that. Please forget about it. Oh, Mateo is also saying you sing very, very, very well, Kim.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move on a little bit to our next mini segment here on Tune In Time called Mic Check. I'm not sure if you're ready for this. But we've selected some of the questions many fans and listeners have sent in to Culture Crunch's official SNS and email over the past week. And then we handpicked some of those as well. And we're going to dive into that. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's do
Okay,
it.
all right. Now, before we go, Qbang TV says, great performance, Shin, as well. Sorry, I need to give you all the love that you deserve for
so
that
much.
amazing performance.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to begin here with the first question. Kim Shin, hello. Do you ever sing when you're showering alone? And if so, what's your go-to song? Ooh, this is going to be a good question. I like this.
When I shower alone, I used to sing a lot, actually. I used to sing a lot, but at some point I stopped singing, and I usually just do a lot of vocal warm-ups
In the shower?
in the shower because
Okay.
that's the perfect place to do it because it's steamy,
Moist, yeah.
So I do just a lot of scales, tongue trills, tongue trills, lip trills. Yeah.
So even if like you're not singing that day, you just do scales in the bathroom?
Oh yeah, every day.
Really?
Yes.
Is that to keep your like vocal cords strong and like you know so they don't get
I
too?
like warming it up every day just
okay.
to be ready for anything.
Okay, just in case, you know.
Just
what I
in
mean?
case.
Hey, especially with this, hey, you never know when you get an audition callback and you gotta go and
True.
you know what I mean? Because it's gotta be right then and there. Hey, listen, mindset of a
Yes.
professional. Okay, so no songs but scales. Perfect answer. Okay, so the next question. Ooh, we have a. Interesting one here. As a musical actor, you have to be skilled in singing, dancing, and acting, all of which you have been trained in. How many selves do you think you have? Your main self versus maybe your sub characters. What's your count? Like, and I don't want to say like alter egos, but like you
Right.
know, different skill sets.
What's my count? It would be interesting if I could just say like, oh, how many like selves I have. But whatever character I take in or whatever roles I do, I try not to lose the connection between myself, Kim Shin as an actor. So I would say just one.
Oh, just one.
Just one.
Okay.
Like, everything is coming from me.
Now there you
versus
go.
like me just removing myself and erasing my identity and just taking something new completely.
Right. So
Yeah.
there's not like how I guess you could say it like, oh, there's not dancer Kim Shin, you know, singer Kim Shin. It's just Kim Shin.
Well, that does exist, but like sometimes I, like, oh, I'm just gonna focus on dancing and singing. But when it comes to like acting, characters I
Right.
play, then I try not to lose myself.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I
Yes.
mean, yeah, it's important though. I
Yes.
think definitely your identity. We have actually a fan question. So another fan question from the
Nice.
comment section. The DJE show says, "Great voice, man. I felt the passion. What's your favorite song to sing?" I think it could be professionally or just
A
a song
favorite
that
song
you
to
like.
sing.
You don't strike me as a balladeer kind of guy. Do you like ballads?
I do. I
Really?
do ballads. I love R&B.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Taeyeon from Girls' Generation.
만약에.
Yeah, any song by her,
Okay.
I usually sing along.
Okay. So you Taeyeon
Taeyeon,
songs?
yes.
Okay. Taeyeon, of course, a legend in the game. We love Taeyeon over here.
Yeah.
All right. So we do we're going to move on to our next question that we received from through our email here. Okay, this is a good one. I also studied abroad, and there were so many Korean dishes I craved, but I couldn't get. During your studies abroad, what Korean food did you miss the most?
It's an easy question for me. Tteokbokki is my favorite dish.
Really?
Korean dish. I can eat it every day. Obviously, it has to be something different, like different type of tteokbokki.
Right.
But yeah, and I love cooking, so I used to cook a lot at home. But it tastes a bit different.
Of course.
And I miss that
Homegrown.
Korean franchise.
Yeah.
Tteokbokki.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So
I know what
miss
you're
it
saying.
a lot. Yes, it's not the same.
Well, you know what? Luckily, you know how to cook because if you were to buy this in the U.S.,
my God, so
it'll be
expensive.
about $30.
At least $30.
Yes. Korean food in the States these days, it's gotten a little bit more affordable, but it's very expensive. So luckily, you could
Yes.
go to the mart and buy the ingredients to
Yes.
make it, right? I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say the name on here, but okay. So tteokbokki, of course, the bunshik or the like snack foods that you can get here in Korea. Oh, luckily you know how to cook. That's a good thing to know.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah, there you go. All right, but I'm assuming now that you're here in Korea, you just go out and buy it, right?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
100%.
forget about
It's
it.
so easy.
Who wants to go through all that and
Yes.
cook all that, you know? You go to those street stalls there, they sell them really well. Okay, so next question. I heard you were the very first Korean student admitted to the Berkeley Conservatory musical theater major. Yes, okay. After entering, was there any memorable episode, maybe, related to you being at the Berkeley Boston Conservatory?
Does it have to do with something me being the first, or?
No, it can be just anything that happened while you were there.
I would say my musical theater class in my sophomore year,
Okay.
because that's when I met professors that were actually at the audition for the school. So they remembered me. They
Right,
remembered
right.
every single thing that happened in my audition, which surprised me.
That is surprising, actually.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
like, there are so many students that you see all the time,
Right.
and
But they remembered you specifically.
yes,
Not just because you're Asian. you know
Who knows?
what I mean? Okay,
But-
yeah, right.
but like hearing comments from the professors, because they saw where I was before, before coming to Berkeley, and then a little bit of training, and then they saw how I've grown,
Right.
and hearing comments from them was very special and very. I really appreciated it.
Right. Well, to be honest though, like that is relatively surprising though, because professors, especially the ones that deal with admissions,
Right.
how many hundreds or thousands of people do you think they
Yeah.
see, but they still remembered you? I don't know. You're sounding more and more like a star coming star
That's not
here.
how I meant
more
it,
than
but thanks.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, that is certainly impressive. I don't know. There's something about you. I don't okay. So, we're gonna move on to the next question. Ooh. Okay. So you might be able to give maybe some insight as a musical
okay,
actor.
cool.
This particular question comes from someone who says, "I'm an aspiring musical actor myself. Being at the Berkeley Musical Theater program sounds amazing. Could you share some tips? What kind of preparation is actually needed to be accepted?" Besides being the top of your class in high
Right,
school.
That was just once. That's a really good question. It may sound dry, but be yourself, because schools are not looking for a star. They're looking for students and aspiring actors who are willing to, try new things and to learn and change, who are ready to change. So being more open-minded, and there's no one right way when it comes to an audition.
Right.
So just express yourself and have so much fun, because everyone at an audition, they're there for you, and they wanted to become successful. So they're not there to judge you. So I hope you remember that.
Right. Well, I mean, in a creative atmosphere like this, there is no judging, really, because I think anybody that's anybody that is part of the creative process knows that everyone has a different take on stuff. So you would say
True.
that passion, of course, is important, but creativity, open-mindedness, being yourself is more important than just having passion. Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? So okay, that's a good tip. And you know what? Take it from you, because you actually made it happen. So I mean, you know what you're talking about, clearly. Okay. Ooh, this is a good question. I was wondering this as well myself. For a musical actor, physical stamina must be crucial. And we saw a video of you dancing earlier, and it was a sight to behold. Do you have your own unique routine for staying fit, or being at the top of your game physically for dancing and stuff like that?
I wouldn't say it's unique, but staying hydrated is so important. Drink a lot of water.
Well, you brought your own tumbler with you
Yes, I
today.
did.
See, he
Always-
brought his own tumbler
always
to
have your water
stay
with you.
hydrated during this interview.
Yes,
Okay.
100%. And on the side note, I'm a runner. I love to run.
Oh, yeah?
So I run even before an audition. Obviously not right before, but like in the morning to prepare.
Right.
So it's a really good way for me to either start a day or end a day. So yeah, having that is really important and helpful for me as an
Right.
actor.
I mean, you got more willpower than me, because I can't bring myself to do that every single day. But do you find that, like, because you said you do it before an audition, do you find that it kind of loosens you up a little bit, like gets your brain kind of warmed up a little?
Yes, especially for singing, I think cardio is very helpful, and I try to avoid anything that engages your core muscle too much because it restricts you when you sing. So I try not to do any of that. Just a lot of cardio related and stretching.
Okay, yeah, great. Very important stuff, of
Yes.
course. Okay, now, so because you are, even though you studied abroad, you are Korean.
Yes.
And since K-pop is so hot these days, we also got this question as well. Do you have a favorite K-pop artist or group you enjoy listening to?
There's so many incredible K-pop artists out there, and I listen to them every day. You know, the top 100. But my favorite K-pop artist would be Girls' Generation,
소녀시대. Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm a huge
소녀시대.
fan. I'm a
As you
diehard
can
fan.
see right here, we have our lovely 소녀시대.
Yes.
Favorite song?
Favorite song, for now, Forever One.
Forever One, the most recent one.
The most recent one. Yes.
But the next one that comes out will be his new favorite.
Yes, it will be. Looking forward to
Okay.
it.
And this is okay. We're gonna move on to the next question. We would love to talk about 소녀시대 all day, but we got more questions. So, okay. So if you were to ever stand on a Broadway stage, is there a specific show or role that you would like to take on the most, or you got a dream role or a dream show?
As you could see my dance reel earlier, I love to dance, and I love, you know, just expressing my energy on stage, the youth energy.
Right.
So anything that's like high school related or like student,
Okay.
I love that. So there's a Disney musical called Newsies,
Okay.
which was
Newsies.
on Broadway, and I really want to be in that show one day. It's very
okay.
energetic. I love the energy. And
I can kind of see you in this.
yes,
in this,
the
yeah.
music is really good, and also Wicked. You know, Wicked is one of my favorite shows. I love
Probably
the energy, the
at
costumes.
at this point in time, probably one of, if not the most famous musical.
True.
Thanks to renewed interest from the movie.
Yes, the movie.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you've got some. I'm seeing this in the future. I'm willing it to happen.
Fingers crossed. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So now it's actually already time to listen to your second live performance already. What song have you prepared for us? I'm so excited. What have you prepared for us for
This
song number
one
2?
is very different. It's called On the Street Where You Live from a musical called My Fair Lady.
Okay.
I chose this song because it holds a special place in my heart.
Okay.
I performed this song for my audition to get into Boston Conservatory, Berkeley.
Oh, okay. So it means a lot, actually.
Yeah, it was one of the songs that I had to sing, and yeah, I wanna share that, and it's almost like a full circle moment.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I
From
hope you like it.
from audition to on the radio.
Yes, same song.
Okay, so we're going to let you go ahead and get ready. Now, while he gets ready, we're going to take a quick break for our participation guide. And don't forget, next week on Tune In Time, the guest will be coming is Hemming, an artist known for trying out many different styles. So here's how you can participate for next week in advance. Check it out. The time to answer all your burning questions about our guests. If you have any questions about our guests, don't hesitate. Send them to us. You want to fawn over your favorite artist? You are more than welcome. Leave a message on the official Arirang website at the Culture Crunch message board. Send us an email at culturecruncharirang@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram at culturecrunch_Arirang, and we will ask our guests the questions for you. This is an opportunity you don't want to miss. We are waiting with open arms. Okay, welcome back to Tune In Time. We're with the very first Korean student to ever be major in musical theater at the Berkeley Conservatory, Boston. We have Kim Shin here in the studio. He's getting ready for a live with us. This is going to be very exciting, and we have lots of fans looking forward to your live performance. So, are you ready?
Yes, I'm so ready.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a live listen to My Fair Lady Act 1 Scene 8 On the Street Where You Live, original by Sinfonia of London by Kim Shin. Check it out.
I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you Thank you.
Woo! Wow. Okay. I feel like that I could see in your face and in your body that you wanted to move around so bad, because I could see, like, like in musicals when you smile while you're singing, or
Yes.
I could see the musicality, although you had to stay still because there's a mic there. But that was so good, and this is exactly the type of music that I like. Golden Hollywood is the golden era Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'd say 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
That era of
Classic.
Hollywood. I kind of got that feeling a little bit. Is that kind of like, is that a relevant statement to
Yes,
make?
it's a very classical song.
Right, a very
yes.
classical Hollywood type song.
Yes, yes.
I love stuff like that. Oh, that was perfect.
Thank you.
The DJE show says, "Wow, smooth like butter, your voice." It really is. He makes it look very effortless, but believe me, it's not easy to sing like that. God forbid anyone ask me to ever sing like that. But well, yeah, that was incredible. No, I like
Thank
that. Oof. I hope that I can never ask you to go to like 노래방 with me, because I will not sing at all, and I'll just make you sing everything.
I think you'd be really good too. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay. So, Matthias also says the smoothness and tone suitable for this song, perfect Shin.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
getting some fans today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, funnily enough, you're actually about to begin your military service soon, even though you just graduated college. You're beginning your military service soon. Is that true?
Yes, funny enough, funny you mentioned it, because just yesterday, while I was preparing for the military, I really wanted to do Katusa, and I got a notification. Yesterday saying I didn't get in.
Oh.
So
well, it's a random draw, from what I understand.
It's 100% lottery system. So it is what it is.
Yeah, you know what?
Yes, I don't have the exact date, but it will be either late this year or early next year.
Okay. I mean, so obviously for that amount of time, you're going to have to be serving in the military. But after that, what plans do you have for the future? Do you have anything planned for the future?
As an actor, I think there's still so much for me to learn, and I'm a little sad that I had to leave right after my graduation
right.
because I wanted to, stay and do more performing related stuff. But yeah, I do want to go back to the States and learn more. So hopefully,
Okay.
possibly a grad school. And yeah, I want to be on Broadway as an actor. And also, I'm very passionate about theater education.
Okay.
And especially for Asian actors and Korean actors who want to pursue this. So I want to learn more so that I can give more.
Right,
Yes.
right, okay. So the end goal here is, of course, in a metaphorical sense, is to teach people or
Yes.
open doors for other aspiring musical actors. But of course, to stand on stage on Broadway is the big
Yes.
kahuna, right? Okay. So here's a really good question, or not a question, a good thing to kind of look at your life, going forward. You have undoubtedly many amazing things going forward in your life. I mean,
Thank
I
you.
can see it. I can see it.
Yes.
But how would you like audiences to remember you in the future? Whether it be, from this show or, as a musical actor, when you're, elderly. Like, how do you want people to remember you? It's a deep question.
Yeah, that's a really deep question. And it's a very good question. I hope audiences remember me as a performer who always brought authenticity and heart to the stage. And whether I'm singing, dancing, or acting, my goal is to tell stories that move people and make them feel seen.
Right.
So if someone walks away from a performance feeling inspired and moved and comforted, then I know I've done my job. So I want to be known as an artist who wasn't afraid to be vulnerable and who used their platform to connect with others.
Well, very important. You got a heart of gold, I guess you could say. So,
thank you.
I mean, not only as a very extremely talented musical actor, but the person inside also seems to be a very beautiful person.
Thank
as
you, I
well.
appreciate it.
All right. So, actually, funnily enough, you actually said that today was your first ever live
Yes.
interview. So,
Yes.
this is your first ever live interview, and it happened
It
here on
is.
Culture Crunch. How was it? How was your experience?
I had so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. It was such an honor to talk about my journey at Berkeley and journey in the States in general. So
Right.
thank you so much.
Oh, no. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us here today and blessing our ears with your beautiful voice. And I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward, me and as well as the listeners and watchers as well, we're looking forward to you and what you have coming on in the future. So
Thank
I want to
you.
thank you again for joining us here
Thank
on
you
the
so
show.
much.
Yes. Okay, so before we go, I do have one last announcement to make, and that is that you can watch this episode again on the Arirang website and YouTube. And finally, while we say goodbye, we are going to listen to a song. This is from our guest's actual senior at Berkeley University, Yunsang. This is 한 걸음 더, or One More Step, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
숨가쁘게 흘러가는 여기 도시의 소음 속에서